Hello, my darlings. I host Madam Tilly in marketable plushie form. Here also in the marketable plushie form is Budbear.
Help, they turned me into a marketable plushie.
Yes, let's make all the monies. But yeah, welcome to the Waifu Tavern Frequency podcast. Yas, queen. Death lamp. It's like all these fucking moths now flying around at the screens.
Apparently, my cat took Yas Queen as an invitation to jump on my keyboard. So I guess my reaction is unpronounceable key smashing.
Be like one of those folks that have like the decoy keyboard.
I've got a full size mechanical keyboard. He just decided it would make a good seat.
Is that puffin stuff?
Yep, that's puffin stuff.
Hell yeah. But
The
anyways,
large long.
folks, we're here not to talk about our pets, even though we're all cat people here. We're here to talk about some queer ass games. Last time, there's a follow up of our LGBT games episode from June, where I just had to make an episode about LGBT games because I was actually shocked by the lack of people knowing about good gay games. And when I say gay, I mean like ones that have like LGBT themes, are starring gay or trans characters, or at least have the option to, or design your character certain ways. Yeah, because a lot of games, especially throughout time, if they did approach the pride side, it was like maybe like baby steps, or it was like a big reach. Like, hey, the that one NPC, he might be bi. Yeah, not confirmed, but hey, representation. Ah,
Speaking of bye, my cat just thought the water bowl needed to go bye, so I will
oh,
go refill that. But I can still hear you, Tilly.
okay. Anyways, folks, but yeah, so I discussed lots of games that you all could play today. Like, essentially, that whole last episode was just the ones I got on Steam. And so, when you see the recording, the video, the background play slideshow that is just like all games that I talked about last time, I believe. So now I'm gonna get into my get my epic games list. But yeah, I think I might have to just like make it like kind of like a side project to make my own like Steam curator group or something, to where I can really just like show off all these representation games. And yeah, I think currently now it's Disability Pride Month, and hell, I even got a couple games to recommend for that. It's like a good game called Perception, where you play as a blind woman, and there's a couple of games where like someone had lost their limb, so they got like a replacement. Like Hi-Fi Rush is a damn good game that came out like 2 years ago, and I don't think it's out yet, but Eagle Knight Paradox looks really fucking good. It's kind of like a retro style game where you play as a guy who lost his leg, and so he hobbles around on a crutch, and he gets in like his mech pilots, and I think it's like one of those arcade shoot 'em ups, but with like story cutscenes too. Um, and I am really happy that like there a lot more games that'll have accessibility options, and now there's accessibility controllers. Cause yeah, we got a lot of people out there who are disabled as fuck, and definitely hearing a lot of stories too, like on Blue Sky and stuff. People like just coming out and talking about themselves, yeah, and the pretty much the ups and downs and whatnot of disability pride, living with it. Cause let's see here, cause it's like it's crazy when you think about like someone like say Iron Mouse, who is like says he's practically bedridden these days, and whatnot. But yeah, VTubing is kind of just been a kind of blessing for a lot of folks, disability folks, because I guess I can't say it because but as I'm saying, I can't really relate. But like I guess that some people feel like people take pity on them or look down upon them if they do like an IRL cam stream and whatnot. Damn shame. But VTubing is it's not just kind of like a shield, but it's also just it's a tool because like it really helps you bring out your inner beauty and personality and your creativity. Like TavernTilly, my OC avatar, this is how I look like on the inside. Yeah. If I had 100% control of my own personal like character creation, this is what I would look like IRL. Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Don. I don't know if you heard anything I said, but
I I heard all of it.
yeet.
With me, I specifically stick to a PNG, even though I tried the 3D model thing, because with my specific neurodivergences and disabilities, no matter how animated I sound,
Yeah.
my face is super deadpan. So, even a 3D avatar didn't really cover that up, and it made people just as uncomfortable as my normal face, because I can be laughing uproariously, but look like, Chris and Deltarune, completely fucking neutral expression.
I can't often control my own facial expressions sometimes too. Like, stop smirking. Like, I'm not smirking. I'm not trying to smirk, or something like that. But
In
yeah,
my case, it's just completely deadpan expression,
yeah,
while I sound, you know how animated I sound all the fucking time.
right. Well,
Um,
that's the thing is just turn off the face tracking part. Cause I don't do the whole like motion face tracking, like our eyelid tracking. I'm still using the archaic ass keypad. Like, okay, I need a bright smile, press number 2. You know, I need a
I
frown, press number 5.
with that camera you sent me, it'll be a lot easier to use a 3D avatar once I get,
Yeah,
the tracking sensors and stuff that I used to have for like head tracking and whatnot in space flight sims and shit.
right. For now, I can just use VC Face for free. And
Yeah,
I was
I still need
I'm cleaning through my
I still
folders.
need
I
the
actually
tracking.
found your 3D model. I'm like, oh
Oh,
shit, I
shit.
have that laying around. Huh?
Hold on to that for me because I lost it in my last computer's hard drive crash.
You got it.
Thank you, Tilly.
Oh, you welcome.
Um,
I'll
but
upload that to the cloud.
you still need the sensors and stuff for arm tracking.
Yeah, but like I think only like 10% of streamers afford or get those because they are a little expensive. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
Like,
like you can repurpose
so I need to unplug mine.
normal fucking sensors that you'd attach to like a baseball cap for head tracking and things
Yeah,
like Arma 3 for that.
yeah. Because then you got all those ones that you integrate with VR chat. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I'm not going that far. I
Yeah.
just plan on doing I'm gonna repurpose, you know, flight sim and sim game sensors because there are fan drivers to make them do the same job as the more expensive sensors.
Let's see. Now, on the topic of LGBT games, how do you feel like you're properly represented in video games? Or do you feel the need to be? Or at least do you wish it was there? Um,
See, it's difficult to properly represent me because, like, when people complain about player sexuality,
right.
I have no body type or gender presentation preferences.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm basically perfectly represented by player sexuality. So, like, Baldur's Gate 3, all of the origin characters being able to get with the protagonist, that's ideal for me because I don't have those kinds of preferences to the point where I forget other people do, you know?
You're right.
So, like, you ever play literary erotic game, Corruption of Champions 2?
Uh, I know of it, but I never personally played it.
At one point, I did an essay on it for a zine that I can't talk about here because this is YouTube. But
Yeah. I'll start a
uh,
Patreon eventually once I get big enough. This is
well, true. But one of the things I ran across in that game that was jarring in the moment is there's like 2 or 3 characters that have a preference in a game that is like a universe of normalized pansexual polyamory. And like that was actually kind of cool to like run across a burly wolf dude who was the weird one because he was straight.
oh man, can't wait to finally get to the
Um,
point where heteronormity is not the normity.
yeah, I mean that's the entire joke with the guy,
Yeah.
honestly. But it's the big thing with people claiming that they want people to have, or they want people to make games where the characters have preferences because otherwise it's not real representation, is code for most of the time, at least. Not always, but most of the time. It's sort of a dog whistle for only I should be represented. And usually it's from cishet white dudes.
It would be kind of interesting if like it was randomized every time. Like one time, like Bob can be straight in one playthrough, but then it's like the only in the dudes in the next playthrough or something. That'd be interesting. Keep on your toes as far as the dating game goes.
Yeah. Um, God. I mean, then we can get into the brass tacks of like ambiguously gay characters played by people who were almost assuredly homophobic. Every professional wrestler in the WWE.
Yeah.
Seriously,
That.
for a devout Christian, the Undertaker sure has rubbed up against a lot of other men.
It's just shots fired. But yeah.
Hey,
Also,
I mean it as a compliment.
oh yeah, Taker. By the way, you can say no to your wife. It's okay. It's just a Shelly doesn't need to rule in everything.
Is Taker's wife a Fujoshi?
I don't want to know what that is.
A woman who's into yaoi.
No, no.
Okay.
No, but she's kind of like she's kind of taking over his podcast and on his new show LFG, which is pretty damn good. It's like Tough Enough but better. Um,
I don't
but
know. I can't take a lot of wrestlers seriously outside of the ring anymore
yeah,
because their personal politics are always this super conservative stuff about like how they're, intellectuals and blah blah blah, or they're just such devout Christians, so they don't believe in queer people. Undertaker. Um, and yet they played an actually satanic character, Undertaker, doing the gayest thing on earth, pro wrestling, Undertaker. And I mean that as a compliment. That kind of fucking mental dissonance is something that every actor has to have. I think he could have played in more movies than just, fucking Urban Commando.
things we do for a paycheck, right?
Right?
But yeah, so I'm gonna give it a list. I this one I can't quite confirm, but I believe it's really gay coded. It's called Chris Tales, CRIS space Tales. Which is one of the nice little light-hearted looking art style RPG.
Oh, um, yeah, I saw our friend Noctil X play that once.
Yeah,
Um,
that was
I don't know if it's queer, but I do know the devs are queer friendly.
man, that's a good thing. Man, I just keep thinking. Dragon Age Veilguard's been brought up a lot in recent days for me. Um, it's like, oh man, studio interference. Why?
Um, a lot of people really, really hate it for some reason. Um, I can't bring myself to care because I don't like BioWare,
Mhm.
which sounds really mean. I'm sorry, but like BioWare is one of those studios that has one storyline that they keep repeating and they keep trying and failing to elaborate on. Just, guys, come on. Give us something that isn't an ancient progenitor race, usually lizards, caused all these problems, and now the protagonists have to take care of it thousands of years later.
Yeah, that's about right.
They started that shit in fucking Neverwinter Nights in 2001. Um, which is why, pretty explicitly, Wizards of the Coast hired other companies to do the expansions for it. And now Beamdog is finally following up the base game. Um, but basically, it was such a laughing stock with everyone, despite being, mid at worst, that genuinely, I don't know how they got other jobs afterwards.
What,
It,
Veilguard?
it was like, oh no, Neverwinter Nights,
Oh.
first one, like legitimately, it's like the first time I saw the Dungeons and Dragons property owners go non-canon, non-canon, non-canon. It's something they licensed.
Oh man. Let's see it. Another game I could kind of throw this whole genre into the under the rainbow. But like my time at Portilla, and then basically any of these farm sims like Stardew Valley. There's games where you
I
kind of
had
like do your own cozy life, and you kind of make yourself look like however you want, and like you kind of like try to date whoever you want. Oh, Coral Island, I heard has got some good range. But yeah, basically farming life sims, which I don't know if I'll ever play them because uh I gave Animal Crossing New Horizons a try, and it was just it felt like I just felt like an outdoor chore simulator, and everyone's way too nice.
See, there's one I've actually found myself really enjoying.
Mm.
Um, God, I need to reinstall it. Um, but let me look at my Steam list here because it's the first Rune Factory game where you can actually just be gay, whether you're playing a guy or a girl.
Nice.
Rune Factory 5. It's sort of a second awkward step into a full 3D game for the Rune Factory devs. And it's got its weird points, but I quite enjoy it. Um, Rune Factory is, that Stardew style, Harvest Moon style farming game with a twist. It's it's got that whole all your farming and stuff can go towards dungeon crawling and exploration, and like you're getting stronger to do things, not getting stronger to do more farming.
Yeah, so I need to get over my little personal hump and just freaking get back to some of these games. Now, Harvestella, like that one, it's like they literally just tried to do the bare minimum. Uh,
That's what I've heard.
yeah, it's like you just like say your character's non-binary, but like the character creation is like practically not there. You know.
Yeah,
Let's see here now. A game kind of coined its own catchphrase that I hear a lot about is called "Night in the Woods."
I've heard a lot about that too. I've got it installed. I haven't played it yet, um,
But
but I've heard a lot. Um, I know about one of the devs, and I know there were accusations that were proven true, but literal death of the author. Although I think he was the musician, not the author. But that's all I'll say on that because I don't fully remember, just broad strokes.
But yeah, that's like got a little cutesy art style, where you like play like a little cat guy, and kind of like almost like this construction paper looking art style, and so I'm not sure if the main character themselves is gay or it's like one of the side main characters that you talk to a lot. Yeah, some emotional
I'm
moments.
I'm pretty sure May is a bisexual woman.
Okay, but yeah, he's.
Um, Pretty sure. Don't quote me on that.
But we can quote "Be
But,
gay, do crimes."
but yeah, be gay, do crimes. Always. You can always quote me on that. But
Then
is there room in this podcast for ambiguously gay things that were basically explicitly non-explicitly gay that launched the yaoi fandom in the US?
you totally lost me, but go on.
Basically, Gundam Wing, the anime,
Ah,
is both like the origin of a bunch of young adult novel tropes and like young adult melodrama
mm-hmm.
in the US consciousness, alongside Final Fantasy VIII. But it's also chock full of like, oh, these kids are gay symbolism that gave rise to the yaoi fangirl. And I love them for that.
Wow, you completely called me the fuck out.
Ha! No, see, you remember when Troa and Katra are playing instruments together, right?
Uh-huh.
That's symbolism right there. That's boys love author for I can't explicitly show them fucking, but they are.
But no, that was catalyst for me coming out. Was Gundam Yaoi fanfiction. Yep.
Ma'am, I did not mean to read you to filth, Tilly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got me to a T. That ever was freshman year in high school. Yeah. And yep. So I read me a ton of that, and like you mentioned, a ton of Yaoi Final Fantasy VIII fanfiction. Yeah.
See,
As well as FF7. Yeah.
would you like to hear? Would you like to hear a more embarrassing tale from me?
You don't have to balance it out. It's okay.
Oh no, no. My coming out is really funny.
Okay.
I was 11,
Mm-hmm.
and I went to the movie theater with my grandpa,
Yeah.
Grandpa Bear, to see The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
I had already been a fan of the books. I was reading well above my grade level.
Uh-huh.
But when I saw Viggo Mortensen's Aragorn, my heart did backflips. And for years after that, I was so deep in the closet that I found Narnia. Then I realized Narnia was a little too Christian for me, and that around 22 I came out. And Mama Bear's immediate thoughts were, yeah, that makes sense. I saw how you looked at Aragorn.
Yeah. Oh, called up by your parents. Damn.
Parents. Dad had been out of the picture for years.
But yeah. Also, to keep my gainers to like until their grave, So they died sinking out straight at least. But yeah. So, but yeah, no, I was 15 when I had my gay awakening. But yeah, I think the pillars fan fiction wise was Gundam Wing, Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy 8, and Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah. So.
What finally got me to crash so hard out of the closet is, oh my god, I wish I could still find the fanfic to remember if it was as good as I thought it was, but Vampire Catboy Astolfo gets fucked through the bed.
Okay, yeah, that stuff was after my time, so.
Yeah, I mean, Astolfo's after my time too. I'm in my late 30s at this point, but
right.
sometimes you see a picture and you're like, oh, she's cute. Oh, she comes with nuts.
Oh yeah, but Gustavo is kind of speaking about this. Yeah, so we sorry segue into anime, but yeah, Gustavo is definitely like one of those pioneering queer characters. You know.
The thing is, I know the epic poems Astolfo comes from as the
Okay.
myth of Charlemagne's 12th paladin.
Oh yeah.
Um, and like I've never seen a Fate thing ever except for the Fate Extra AU because I had the first PSP game and then I played the fan translation of the sequel years later.
Yeah.
But like he's not in any of those. But I like read the wiki on his actual portrayal in the series.
Mm-hmm.
He's gayer in the classical epic poems. Like
No, I
a
get
lot
it.
of well, I mean, if you look back at a lot of, they were such good friendship in historians' texts. Do they not know what laid with means in a classical context? Astolfo laid with his men to soothe their worries of their wives at home.
I will be your
Like,
hole.
oh no, yeah. I mean, fucking hell.
Uh,
Literally up here like, oh, it's okay if you miss your wife. I'll be your wife tonight.
yeah, well. Let's see here. Yeah, next game on my list is Paradise Killer. I just look at the cover of the game. It is so queer coded, and yeah, I believe it's a game where you play as a lesbian, like on a detective, like trying to solve a murder.
Hmm.
But yeah, lovely colors. Yeah, I love the prismatic synthwave vibe.
Now, there's some games on my epic list that I know aren't gay, but they come around to giving me gay emotions because like the best friend character has more chemistry with the protagonist than the love interests do.
Right.
Um Eternites is one of them. And for the record, I've never bought a game on Epic, but they got the free games.
Yeah.
Um
It's like before you know it, you have a
Eternite,
freaking library. Just
right? God, I've got fucking will it tell me? I've got uh over 100. I've got 299 games on a game store. I've bought none.
where do you see the number?
I'm only counting single player games. You go over and you click features and
Oh,
it'll,
okay.
yeah, because like
S-
online multiplayer.
okay, yeah, you definitely got more than me. I got like
Yeah,
around 157. Still pretty
I've
decent.
been I've been grabbing games since they started giving them out.
Yeah, there was at the time where like, I got even bothering even installing it, so I totally forgot about it. And then I just
Yeah,
won't pick up a lot that just don't even like interest me just because I don't want to bloat the library.
yeah.
But
Eternites is this weird like Korean action RPG
mhm,
that crossed with a spectacle fighter,
yeah,
and you can tell it's Korean, and I mean this with all the love in my heart, because the protagonist has the most boring outfit in the cast. Um, he just wears like black shoes, black pants, and a white T-shirt,
yep.
which is somehow manhwa coding for this is the protagonist.
Yeah, actually, our friend Knock Buddy gave me that game. So one day I gotta play it. Uh,
It's all right.
yeah,
Um, the protagonist is probably only likable and doesn't feel sexist as hell based on the fact that he's a silent protagonist.
mm-hmm. Huh.
Because the best friend character comes off like he doesn't have the guts to be a red pilled asshole, but he's really trying. Um,
Oh,
oh, there,
kind of like Waka from FF10.
Waka's just not very bright. Waka's trying his best and isn't good at trying anything. Um,
He from small
oh,
town.
there's a game that's actually good and queer,
What's
and by Obsidian. Uh, The Outer Worlds.
Yes, that's
Uh,
one I want to try. Oh, and
it even it even has a sexual representation.
oh yeah, that one definitely gets a lot of love for the asexualness. And but so I do look forward to that. And we now have Outer Worlds 2 coming out, which is all about anti-capitalism. Like literally, that's the plot. so
Yep.
so for us lefties, this is gonna be amusing as fuck. You know, I'm sure. I'm sure you righties are very uncomfortable and pissed off about it. Suck on
I
that.
mean, aren't they? They're calling Postal woke now because of the opening quests in fucking Postal 4. So um, anything they don't like is woke and evil, and it's like you're losing the culture war not because us bleeding heart lefties are winning, but because you can't go 5 minutes without shitting your pants.
Yeah, like I said on Blue Sky the other day, it's like y'all were fine with Superman fighting fascists in the 1970s, but not with Superman fighting fascists in the 2020s. Superman didn't go woke, you went fascist.
Yep.
That's but I lost my train of thought there. But similar topic, Tomb Raider. Now, I'm actually of a complicated opinion, because nowadays they're turning Tomb Raider lesbian. And of course, the writer, the anti-woke, are up in arms about this. You know, meanwhile, I'm sure lesbians are like, yeah, we can use a win. You know, but that's it.
I'll, I'll,
But the thing is, I can kind of defend against why she's not canonically a lesbian. Um, because it just here's what she's not. She's aromantic. Because basically they're using like the weakest justification. Like, okay, she's not interested in a relationship with men, so she has to be gay. You know, it's like us lefties are clinging at straws here. Like, well, she doesn't want to be married to a man, so how about a woman? You know, it's
she's very clearly ace treasure sexual at best.
yeah, yeah, but it's
But
just gone.
also it's one of those things where you know what, based on like how she was created, how she was marketed,
Yeah.
and you know, those boobs are two whole polygons. Like genuinely, I could not care less
Yeah.
about Laura Croft discourse
Yeah.
because people were actually right when they said that her marketing was sexist as hell and it was kind
Yeah.
of gross. And
Oh
like,
yes.
even as a horny teenager, I realized it. So you know what? I'm walking in this direction,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna make jokes about how Robin sleeps in Batman's bed.
Yeah, like me personally, I didn't really get to play much Tomb Raider. I just never really happened to get the game, so it wasn't. So when I finally did play them, like later in life, like oh, I can't do these arcade controls. Um, but during that timing of the Tomb Raiders, pretty much height was it's kind of like the same way like WWE thinking, where like they want like the especially their female wrestlers to say they're single just to make them seem like they're obtainable for the fans'
Yeah,
sake. So that's probably why, from a marketing standpoint, why they never, you know, had her shack up. But I just think that's but you tell it's like some people are just like we're like grasping at straws. It's like, oh, she doesn't want a relationship with men, so she just has to automatically be gay. You know, like I just saw her as she's a fellow aromantic because I'm aromantic. You know, where it's like,
you
yeah,
know,
we'd be down to fuck, but after the weekend, I kind of just wanted to go do my own thing. You know, it's like
I
we,
mean, if she exclusively fucks women, though, that would still make her a lesbian.
yeah.
An attraction, if not romance.
Uh, but yeah, it's like I said, people kind of grasp at straws. And another thing too is like aromantic, is kind of I guess kind of like rare, and like not a people that like know about it, you know.
Yeah,
And so it's like
True.
even LGBT people don't really know what aromantic is. Um,
Yeah, and in Laura Croft's case, I've always gotten the sense that, you know, romance at least was the furthest thing away from her mind at any fucking
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Like,
because and it's because not just romance, but basically biologically, like 90% of humans need like subconsciously like some interaction and companionship. Like my
yeah,
cousin, he's kind of like a like probably slightly right wing, hard edgy type guy. Like kind of like old school man stereotype, but and doesn't really care about people at all. But he will eventually break down and get lonely, and probably gets stuck in a bad relationship just because he needs that interaction because human. But
yeah,
people like me, it's like I'd rather just make sure I'm happy, and I want to spend time doing my own thing. I don't want to have to feel like I need to give you attention like it's a job, you know.
yeah,
And that's the Laura Croft in a nutshell. Like she wants to go on her adventures and do her own thing first and foremost,
yeah.
not worry about like like what's for dinner tonight for the family. Yeah. And so but yeah, she's not lesbian, she's aromantic. However, because I'm all about representation and I'm LGBT pride, I don't mind her being turned lesbian. This is
Yeah, I mean, if they got to turn her anything,
yeah.
let's piss off the most chuds possible.
Exactly.
Like,
Uh,
meanwhile, here's a game I've had to mod to make it no longer homophobic. Because, like, it's not homophobic in and of itself, but there's a character who follows a specific god in this game that, knowing the source material, his reaction to a character of the same gender coming onto him would make him lose his powers as a cleric in rules as written for Pathfinder. First edition. Pathfinder Kingmaker. Tristian, I forget his fucking name. Blonde twink with a scimitar. Um, dude will just suddenly stonewall you and interact with you as little as possible if you're a dude and you make an advance on him. But he's a follower of a god that, basically demands their clerics be open to love of all kinds.
oh, see, right from that ratchet. Um,
Wrath of the Righteous isn't homophobic.
but
Uh,
man, side tangent. Like I hear good things about them, but Outcat Games have a certain syndrome to them, where they'll just constantly be adding new content for years to come, which you'd think be a good thing, but like like I heard like I think it was Pat Righteous that has like 2 season passes. And it
see,
sucks when you like you're 80 hours into a 100-hour RPG, and so they add in new DLC that takes place in Act One. You know, so it's like
see,
shit. Now I gotta go through that with Rogue Trader.
the thing about Wrath of the Righteous DLC
Yeah.
is that it's expansions or add-ons.
Yeah.
And I got the season passes while they were on sale over the summer sale. And what the DLCs are is additional campaigns. In one case, a sequel to the main campaign. In another case, an entirely different campaign and an expansion for that. So it's not as bad as whatever the hell they were doing with fucking Rogue Trader.
Uh, let's see. But yeah. Back to Laura
Ra-
though. Go on.
Wrath of the Righteous is the only Owlcat game so far to let you date a man that isn't fucking evil. Um,
Nice.
no, Warhammer 40K has a really skewed sense of morality.
Right.
Like, it's Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
Why is the only man that another man can date in that game a fucking Dark Elder?
Fair point, actually.
Meanwhile, in fucking Wrath of the Righteous, Sociel, the Shalenite cleric, is like this jacked dude in full plate armor who's also a shy virgin you could take his first kiss.
Oh,
Like, I although admittedly I don't know if it's the mod I install on all of these games before I even start playing that removes gender requirements from relationships.
I would have loved to have Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah.
Or Mass Effect 2. Oh man. But and
Mass Effect 2, more like massively disappointing too.
oh shit, that's one of my top 5 favorite games. This is
You're free to be wrong. I'm just being a shithead. I know people like BioWare games, and I can be nice about it, but I'm also the one of like I'm a fan of Mass Effect Andromeda, and there are
me
dozens of
too.
us out there.
I
There
mean,
are dozens of us.
I adore that game too. Um,
Like, no, I mean it's the only Mass Effect game I know.
well, still, I said I like it too. I'm with you on that. Um,
Yeah,
like me, I always just dove into the game. I never really looked up the freaking the publisher or whatever. Nothing. So that never really affected me with what games I played. So and it wasn't until like recent years where I even when I was starting to get like gaming news and stuff that I knew about these things.
yeah. It
So I get to be like the ignorant masses,
like
because
in my case as like a kid, I was bumming around like PlayStation Magazine's Seattle office and stuff, so I was keyed into that, you know, way before I should have been, just because my mom was friends with some editors.
right.
But you know, you start to notice patterns in writing
Hmm.
when you keep getting told you should try these games,
Okay.
and my distaste with BioWare started in Knights of the Old Republic 1,
Uh-huh.
where the game blows its plot twist wad on my fucking like in my hand
Yeah.
before we're even done with the foreplay. You know what I mean?
Kinda. Yeah. I was really bothered by it.
I'm also
Uh,
just not a Star Wars guy.
to be fair, I also was like very simple. I got just like when I get type gamers too sometimes because I remember because it was one of my very first PC games. I had gotten a collection disc, remember discs, PC games from Best Buy.
Yeah,
It was like the best of PlayStation, I mean best of for PlayStation, best of Star Wars PC games, which had 5 games on there, and probably the one I played the
yeah,
most was KOTOR. But the disc was technically scratched, so I could only get so far, like maybe like 3 quarters into the story, where Basilisk gets captured and tortured, and then the game stops there. But you still get a fair amount of content. And that was one of the very first games I ever played that was like semi-open world, and you can actually make all these different decisions. So I was kind of fine with the 80% that I played, like a dozen times over. So
see, I had a similar disc,
yeah.
but the two games I played off of that disc most often were I modded the hell out of Star Wars Empire at War with the popular fan mods,
Oh, nice.
and I played the fuck out of Star Wars Battlefront 2.
See, I think that was on there as well.
I played Battlefront 2 online a lot.
But yeah, it was Battlefront 1 and 2, it had KOTOR, had Empire at War, and Republic Commando. So
Oh,
decent
yep,
collection.
that is the exact one I had then.
Okay, nice. Um, and that's another game I just played to begin off was the FF7 because I didn't have a memory card, so I just kept playing like the first 4 hours. So basically, every time I would escape Midgar, I'd kind of be tired. But I played it like a dozen times over, and I fucking loved it.
Do you have the Steam version of the original FF7?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay,
know.
I was gonna say if you do, remind me to send you new threat mod.
Well, let's see. It's not the version I would go back to play anyway.
New threat mod is like a completely new. path
Yeah,
that does a lot of fanon things in the B route, as they call it.
that's cool.
Um, like, uh, spoiler warning, skip a little bit ahead if you don't want to hear about fans implementing one of the most popular rumors that ever existed in FF7.
Go on.
So, you remember the Genova Life fight right after right after Eris dies in the original?
Yes.
So, in the B route of New Threat Mod, Genova Life resurrects her and puppets her corpse against you.
That would be cool
But,
as hell.
but, if you kill Genova Life without putting her down, you get her back, tainted by Genova and traumatized.
That would be so cool. I wish they would have added that into the remake. But that would
See,
be cool.
I think I'm uninterested in the remake now after finding out that she still died.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got a message from Doc. Oh, I just heard a noise in the hallway. I will be right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
So feel free to keep going.
All right. Let's see here.
I've got you on speakers because I'm using a stand mic that you sent me. Thank you.
Anyways, I guess I'm gonna stick up my notes here. God, don't I do actually do have something to say about Outer Worlds when he gets back. And
Oh, here. I just peeked out into the hallway. The door's right.
oh, cool. And you're very tall, so
Yeah. I just like leaned back from my comfy armchair in front of my command center. I was like, "Hey, anyone out there?"
so who fell down?
Uh, really? I think it was just like a shoe falling out of a cubbyhole.
Ah, fuck
Because
stuff.
all the cats and the dogs stay in the main room with me.
Okay.
We're still fixing the place up for full habitation.
Okay, so yeah, you moved to a Pittsburgh as well.
We don't have air conditioning for the middle room,
Uh-huh.
and we can't put a window unit out there either because there's no windows.
Okay. I would suggest at least like tinfoil up those windows or something. Yeah.
There's no windows.
It's just an empty room. No
Um,
ventilation at least?
well, there's ventilation. There's a door, a screen door, and a garage door.
Okay.
It's a converted garage.
Oh, okay. So I recall in one story about a guy he just ate like a big pot of chili and beans and went to a room with like no ventilation or windows and died inhaling his own gas. Don't want that to happen to
No,
you, darling.
no. If I open one of my cans of Wolf Brand chili, um, the door opens and the glass door on the screen door opens. I know better.
Anyways. Okay, so yeah, get away from
Not about
FF7. That
not
conversation's
about
not
to
gay
touch heaven.
enough. Although they were making like a rumor like Aerith was gonna start dating Tifa, which I would have been for. Anywho,
I mean, it could still be gay.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Cloud's an egg.
And just to bust to trudge up Laura Croft one more time. Like I remember when the right wing wokies, anti wokies were like just going on and on about because it was during the Netflix show release about her design and all this bullshit, and then it's funny. It's like as soon as they get something else, they just drop the topic. It's like they didn't actually care because I remember then Dragon Age Fail card comes out and they totally stopped talking about Tomb Raider. It's like y'all didn't really fucking care, did you? You just wanted like the Nets grift. But and now this next topic I want to bring up is just I don't know if if it's controversial or not, but it's just when I was thinking of like Outer Worlds we brought up earlier. The
Yeah.
character creator, and Mass Effect the Drama does this too, where like it's more representation and stuff like that. It's got more inclusivity with the character designs. But for some odd reason, they especially make it like a little hard to make like a white person. You know, and like in some games, like especially in Outer Worlds, like you can't make like say a character looks like me, like Tilly, like a nice Valley Girl blonde, nothing like that at all. Like the most like blonde is like it's like kind of like a green, ugly yellow. Um, and I just kind of find it because I one time I just wanted to do like a big experiment, and I think I got like 35 games that had character creation. It's crazy how you can make certain characters look certain ways, or and what games don't, or what games are just bad at making. Because there's some games where it's like it's almost impossible to make a good looking black person. Like especially like those first two Dragon Age games.
Yeah, I think with Outer Worlds, I
Yeah,
think they're leaning into like, the future melting pot idea.
yeah.
Um, like Hairbrain's BattleTech, you know that game, right? The strategy RPG.
People keep telling me about it. That's never really wanted to get around to it. But
Um,
yeah,
I,
and
I'm
diversity. That's the
using
word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm using it as an example of
Yeah,
diversity because
yeah,
people got really up in arms thinking that Mech Warrior was an accurate representation of demographics in BattleTech,
right.
but like it's the least accurate aesthetically of any game to tabletop adaptation. Whereas BattleTech, the game, not the tabletop game that it's adapting,
Yeah,
is a lot more accurate with the fact that it's almost impossible to make a decent looking white person because you're not playing as like you know system royalty,
right.
because in that setting explicitly most people are mixed everything,
Yeah.
but um white supremacy still exists because the ruling class, House Davian, House Steiner,
Yeah.
whatever, are white.
Uh huh.
And it's to the point where House Kurita
Yeah.
and the Draconis Combine are run by white people fetishizing old Earth Japan, while their constituents are basically a Pan Asian like mashup
Hmm.
as a rule, as the peasantry of the system.
Yeah.
And like the tabletop books, the novels, the short stories all have a lot of common, but like every Mech Warrior game ever has starred some square jawed idiot named Mason Storm or something.
Or I always say Guy McWhite.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
at least if you're playing Mech Warrior 5 properly, career mode, not
Yeah.
campaign mode,
Yeah.
then a commander is just an avatar.
Yeah. So that's called for the diversity in gaming podcast. Like,
So,
no, you're not apologizing. I kind of want to derail into this too because I don't know when I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, because we've all talked about it because it was in games and movies and other types of media where it was very dominant white, and now some people get upset because now it's not dominant white no more. Um, and y'all gotta realize it's like white folks are not the majority of people in the world. Like blue eyes are actually going to be more and more rare as the years go on. You know, uh, but and but yeah, like I said, I got to actually get the list of games I actually went on a character creator tear. Because I was going by like three different types of character I was trying to make in which games. Rate them 1 to 5, which I could break down. But since I was trying to make the character looks like me, which I'm based off the white, blonde, like Valley Girl bimbo type, with the big boobies and stuff. Then also try to see if I can make a good looking black person, and like how natural is the hair, and then and if I can also make a more modern day like woke designs, they're sexy as fuck, with like the half shaved blue hair, muscles on the gals, femboys. And so yeah, I was just going through like several games from Saints Row, Secret World, Fantasy Star, Dragon Age, Dark Tide, Greedfall, Game Deck, Fallout, and so on and so forth. And I'm actually kind of amazed at some games like you can create this kind of character, but you can't create this kind of character. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like for example, let's see here, Fancy Star Online, I can make a Tilly to a perfect T. But most games you can't even make a long-haired blonde chick, and breasts maybe go up to a B cup at max. And then there's a lot of games where you can't make a decent looking black person that is look fugly. For example, Greedfall. I don't even think there's a dark skin tone in there. But then you got games. Let's see here, like Diablo 4, really good,
I
8 out
can't
of 5. Yeah,
I can't believe I'm about to stand up for Greedfall in even the most lukewarm way.
yeah,
But I understand not being able to play a dark-skinned protagonist in Greedfall,
right.
specifically because your character is not really a character. You're just deciding what your, you know, lesser royalty from an explicitly white supremacist regime looks.
Yeah. Like I think that might be like the lowest rated one on the whole list because like Tilly design,
Yeah.
God gave it 1. Black folks, I gave it 0. Woke designs, I gave
Yeah.
it 1. So it's like that was such a limited character creator. Uh, I think the one,
Greedfall, I will only stand up for in the sense of like, it's going for a specific thing.
yeah,
And it has a specific type of commentary to make that it's really inept at, but hashtag it tried.
I think the only game here I got 5s across the board was Cyberpunk 2077. Uh,
I got the DLC for Cyberpunk 2077 as a gift
yeah,
a while back. I started an entire new game because someone mentioned, oh yeah, the game's complete and the Atom Smasher boss fight's even a boss fight now.
huh,
Alright, if he's harder to beat to death with my bare hands to avenge Rebecca and David, I'm gonna do it again anyway.
nice. Oh, I can't wait to review that game. But yeah, with Resident Evil, I kind of like the reviewing like the comics and the anime as well. It's gonna be one big old review. And Sweet Home's kind of gonna be evolved into an interesting review.
Yeah.
It's not just the NES game, but like oh shit, there's a Netflix show.
The
Uh,
Netflix show isn't actually related to the Famicom game,
yeah. So I
but
I, I heard
they're aesthetically very similar,
yes.
so you could still include them both in the room.
Yeah, which I will talk about because I know it's a web comic. Um,
Yeah,
Although they both kind of share the same aura and they're both really cool horror, but no one talks about them
yeah.
because like if you literally like type in like Sweet Home Netflix and either Google search or YouTube, and you'll see barely any pictures or videos. How is it
You know,
so good, but no one talks about it? Like you gotta look for this content yourself.
speaking of weirdly influential
Oh,
shit that no one ever talks
Oh,
about.
one thing though before I touch on, and then I just happened to stumble upon while doing research for Resident Evil. There are actually 2 Sweet Home movies based on the NES game from the 1980s.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like it's of course it's
I
horrible
don't.
quality on YouTube, but like I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that. You want me to send you a link?
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna basically go. So my review is gonna basically consist of pretty much everything except the webcomics. I'm just not a webcomic person.
Yeah.
Uh, but but yeah, I
How long?
guess what's up?
Oh, you first.
Well, you were saying how long? What now?
How long have you been watching YouTube in general?
Oh, since 2008.
Oh my god, you might actually remember this then. I was like in my late teens, and like speaking of weirdly influential things that have influenced like a lot of weird troll culture, but no one fucking remembers. Do you remember the Gun Fever 11 guy?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god, he was a troll who had like 200 alternate accounts and would post on
Oh, okay.
anything video game related.
I
But
kind of
like,
tended to stay away from drama, especially back then.
oh god.
What's funny too is
Oh,
like way back then, like 2012, I got shit for calling out Boogie way before his downfall.
yeah.
Yeah, like
But like
go on.
the thing is, I've found one entire post about gun fever,
Yeah,
and he was like the least effective troll ever.
yeah.
He didn't offend anyone. Everyone just thought he was really pathetic.
Uh,
Like,
s- yeah. So, man, but yeah, I think I might have been like the third person to ever do a Let's Play video. Oh man, because it was like Darkside Phil, Vash, 12349. Both
but
are still kicking, but and then there was me.
you hear that fucking Spoonie gets credit nowadays for starting the format with his Phantasmagoria 2 playthrough.
Yeah, he's still kicking. He's
Yeah.
hardly. You kind of gotta go looking for him now, but he's basically just doing like YouTube streams and make. That's how he's like not having to go get a job.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a job.
Oh yeah,
Like, I don't know precisely what his day job is, but like, the reason he got booted off of Channel Awesome, and I know he's still got this job,
yeah,
was not because of the tasteless BDSM joke he made at another employee,
right.
who, he has since apologized for profusely.
Yep.
It was because Doug Walker wanted him to move to the same city as him,
Uh huh.
but he's got a really high paying job and didn't want to leave that behind.
And, it kind of
Like,
makes sense. But yeah,
basically, YouTube and shit's just always been a hobby for him.
yeah. Yeah, because it just saying like it's I think no one really attributes this or points out, but I think like his mental downfall kind of started once Juwario passed,
Yeah.
and then it
And
just
then,
like he started putting out less and less content.
and then once it came out why Wario had passed, which I don't want to go into now because
Yeah.
it will get you realized. But that also coincided with Spoonie finding out about his heart problem,
Hmm.
which is the main reason he stopped making content. At least according to the recent review he did with or interview with the dude who played Curtis
Yeah.
in Phantasmagoria 2. Um, basically, the entire cast of Phantasmagoria 2 credits Spoonie with giving them a cult following.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
It was really heartwarming to see like the dude who played Curtis fucking hunted down Spoonie
Yeah.
like positively and was like, "Oh my god, man, thank you so much. We have fans now."
I kind of see a similar thing too when I was researching Resident Evil 1, how like those original actors were like pretty much unsung,
Yeah.
until recent years. And yeah, now they're totally embracing the fandom and stuff like that. It's so wholesome. Uh but so it's like it's kind of like I have like mixed feelings on like Residents of Evil, the channel that really like brought those actors. They found them.
Yeah.
Because they, oh, on one hand, I just don't like the fact that Resident Evil kind of platforms someone I really don't agree with politically, but on the other hand, they've done so much for the RE community as a whole. Kind of outweighs the bad. But
Which person?
critical drinker. So
Critical Drinker is one of those people who I think is going to just spontaneously go back to being a normal person once the culture war gets cringe enough to affect
yeah,
him. Because I've been seeing that a lot lately with like YouTubers who base their whole personalities around owning people,
right.
just disappearing and turning back up years later is like, oh yeah, I just went about my life. I figured out I was miserable, man.
Yeah. Oh
Fucking
yeah, like yeah, seeing that with is it this JT Smash or whatever name was dealing with Osa Arcante, And it's like this dude's making it his obsession, the freaking like pretty much like all of his videos about her. Where it's like, bro, just walk away, man. You'll have a much better life. You know?
Yeah,
But like, and I
like
do apologize if anyone watching this is not really crazy about how like I keep like branch off to talk about the culture war, but you know that's kind of like half our lives, you know, both being LGBT and modern audience gamers, you know.
yeah, like fucking. I think it's really telling how most of the culture war sphere on YouTube has the same commenters, the same amount of views. It's it's like the same couple 100,000 people bouncing between the same 20 YouTubers getting angrier and angrier at
Yeah,
them repeating the same things until they move on to the next thing.
yeah. I was just saying too. It's like I forget like who, but I just remember just dropping some YouTube before I really got into the culture war. But like, you're making another video on this, man. I'm just gonna stop watching your content, you know, because it's so repetitive at this point. Yes.
Like, I met a dude at a convention and he told me about his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And, like, he's just one of those YouTubers that mysteriously stopped posting in the middle of the Tumblr anti SJW culture war shit.
Yeah.
But I think he went by Alpha Omega Sin or something.
Oh my god, I know him.
Like the dude with the beanie and the long blonde.
Oh yeah, long hair and stuff. I've actually had conversations with him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically,
he was like
he was
a
a friend through a
perfectly
friend.
pleasant. What?
Basically, a friend through a friend. So I've had a couple interactions with him personally.
He was like like a baseline, decent, personable dude you could have a
Yeah.
conversation with.
Well, to
Who like
say is
knew
too.
my politics and knew my bleeding heart SJW tendencies,
Yeah.
and like he was perfectly pleasant in person as a normal person.
Oh yeah, he'll treat you like go
And then,
because like 90% of his was his rants was against the corporations. Yeah, like aside from like Anita Sarkeesian, he didn't really target many SJWs.
yeah, but like the first video I watched was like a rant about SJWs, and I was like, yeah, if I run into him again at SoccerCon, I'm just walking the other direction.
Huh. Yeah, I had a much better first impression, but yeah,
We'll see.
and I,
Like sorry.
well, I was gonna say I kind of wondered like why he kind of walked away from YouTube, but turns out just one, yeah, you're right, he got depression, and also just YouTube was just not putting out enough money, and he just wasn't willing to change his vocabulary, because this was definitely during the
Yeah.
time where YouTube was censoring every other curse word, demonetizing on the spot, so it's like yeah, and he's fellow Irish, he says fuck all the time like me,
Yeah.
but and so. I hope he's doing well. Hope his kid's doing well and stuff like that. But yeah, he's definitely like someone I kind of miss from back in the day. It's like,
Oh shit. I just looked up a YouTuber who had gone anti SJW over fucking Cyberpunk 2077 and lost most of his audience because like
oh nice.
Steph Sterling was the entire reason he had an audience because they were both getting attacked by digital homicide and she platformed him. But fucking he went hardcore anti SJW for like looking at his video history 6 fucking weeks.
Yeah,
Um
that's the thing too. Is like a lot of them were like basically hate farmers because like if you look at someone like oh you used to just review Xbox games but apparently they only got like a fraction of what your anti SJW videos did, so you kept digging down. Oh
yeah,
man.
it looks like Sid Alpha is back to being a normal fucking human.
Oh yeah.
Um
Yeah, because he came back like 2 or 3 times, but they would only be like for like 6 weeks tops, and then he'd be gone for like another 2 years. So yeah, he hasn't really been fully active since like maybe 2015.
yeah. Well,
Uh,
Sid Alpha's a different YouTuber. He's just like a gaming news guy who talks about like fucking you know, dirty, dirty devs and media lies and shit. And here I'm looking at fucking one of his more recent videos, Gamergate 2.0, media lies about Sweet Baby Inc., targeted harassment. And it's like, he's exposing Gamergate lies. That's the exact opposite of how I saw him last time I watched him.
You know, it's funny. It's like I'm so on Team Sweet Baby Inc. I thought about doing like a Sweet Baby marathon or ranking all the games and stuff like that. You know, uh, but
See, I just don't care because I know how sensitivity writers actually work when they're hired by
yeah,
big developing
yeah,
big publishers,
yeah,
and that's stand here so we can say we hired you,
yeah,
and you don't get to actually do anything.
yeah.
Um,
It's kind of like it's kind of like I think of like how some reviewers will like review Resident Evil 5, but you know they had the common sense to not even just bring up any of the controversial racial stuff. You know, they just talk about the game, the story, and the whatnot. You know, it's like because the game's more than that. You know, and sometimes it can
yeah,
be more than politics. You know,
and I mean
so like I'll do
something.
a conversation here, but probably in my videos I might not even bother talking about diversity and like what you call it, uh
Something I would like
trauma.
actually definitely talk about when
Hmm.
it comes to Resident Evil 5
But
is that this is going to sound really fucked up to say.
okay.
It's one of the most accidentally racist games.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think that's what they planned it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of those things where misguided devs went like, well, it's in Africa, right? That means most of the enemies should be black, right?
yeah.
And it came out at a time where, and this is still true in Japan, there's not a lot of like regard for black people beyond, this is exotic and cool, and I want to be like that.
Dude, Japan, at least for a while, where they thought Nazi Germany was so cool, especially particularly for the aesthetic. You know, like oh cool,
Like,
they're like look up a Nazi wedding in Japan. Yeah, but yeah, they would dress as Nazis because they thought like the Nazis look so cool. Yeah, especially the black
I mean,
uniformed ones. Yeah,
that's not just a Japan problem. That's
right.
like a furry community problem too.
Yeah,
Well, the uniforms have daddy vibes. And I'm like, so pick any other uniform.
right.
God.
But yeah, it literally was an accidental racism. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
It's kind of like
it it's still there and it needs to be discussed, but in the context of, you know, Ed Netty clip. What were you thinking? Absolutely nothing.
yeah, like there probably would have been a better way, like if like a chapter took place in Africa or something, like we chased the villain to Africa and he started affecting their populace. And
Or like
honestly, what I think what they really fucked up was making a certain amount of them go back to tribalism. Chapter 3.
also what part of Africa does it take place in? Because if it was in South Africa, anyone with money in their bank account looks like Western. Like, depending on the era, they were probably in fucking apartheid South Africa.
Seriously, I think the game took place like 2005 or something.
Okay, apartheid was over by then, I think. But like, still, Elon Musk is South African. Like, and Elon Musk really, really wants apartheid back, but that's neither here nor there. But
Yeah, like it's like
like,
I always say like he makes it so easy to forget he's not American. It's just
yeah,
but and it's like yeah like I kind of like this is falling off really far, but like Croc Legend of Gabos for PS1. Uh, our fellow associate Tito brought that game up to me, and so I'm gonna review it soon. And
oh shit.
And so, like, it's not only is it like a forgotten PS1 platformer, a mascot platformer, but the first cutscene is like little baby Croc gets adopted by these fuzzy little gobos, and I'm like, oh, I too was adopted into a mixed race family, so I already feel a kinship with this little guy. Yeah,
Yeah, like I mean, off topic or not, this is just a queer ramble podcast at this
yeah,
point. But fucking Croc is one of those games where it is flawed,
yeah.
but it's still very good. Um,
Have you tried the remaster?
I have not, but in context of the time, the way Croc controls makes
Yeah.
perfect sense because
Mm-hmm.
Mario 64 wasn't out yet.
Yeah.
Kind of like how people point out that Bubsy 3D came out after Mario 64,
Right.
but it was almost done
Mm-hmm.
when they saw Mario 64 being showcased pre-release
Yep.
at a trade show, and they were like, "Oh, we're fucked. We got to rush this out the door and try to make our money back."
Did they?
No,
Okay.
but they basically, instead of actually completing the levels, they shaded them like fucking
Ah.
that's why all the levels look like that, is because they were just instead of making them the aesthetic they wanted, they just made them functional and threw together some shit about alien planets.
Yeah. I played the first level because a friend challenged me to play it. I just stopped there too. I'm like, I don't have to play it. I got nothing to prove. It's just
Yeah.
but yeah, we can go on forever. But let's see here. Steering it back to lesbians. Now Aloy is gay. Or at least from what I hear, she picked up a girlfriend in the DLC of Forbidden West.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Um,
Yeah, like
from what from what I played of Zero Dawn, she
yeah.
did not strike me as interested in men.
I figured because I didn't finish Zero Dawn either. But I thought she was going to end up with a guy because like most of her interactions were with with dudes. So I figured she would have picked up a boyfriend. Oh, that brings up another like controversial topic. Where like and especially you'll often more see lesbians than gay men because I think when a lot of these straight like normal people in charge are like, okay, fine, we'll put a gay couple in there, but at least it's two hot chicks, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. That's the motivation. They think
yeah,
that the core audience, which they think is still majority straight white
yeah,
men from 18 to 25, will see lesbians and be
yeah,
like, "Yeah, I can see girls kissing." Oh!
right,
And they'll still get woke points because,
yeah,
well, it's gay.
yeah, exactly. But then there's another game too, called Remember Me by Capcom, and one of the main reasons that game got like basically flopped was because the character's straight and you play a female character, but like wait, I gotta kiss a guy. It's like literally like men who play these games who are
Yep,
embodying a female avatar cringed at the
yep.
fact that they gotta kiss their straight relationship male. It's like so it's like yeah, it's like because they basically assumed a man's gonna be the one playing the game. Well, I think
That
statistics show like half gamers are female now.
that reminds me of why I completely lost interest in Bayonetta.
Oh yeah.
Aside from
Oh right.
her original voice actress turning out to be a fucking turf, and
Didn't hear about that part.
not only being a turf, but turfing the entire fucking movement for fair pay for voice actors by lying about her pay.
Yeah.
Allegedly, allegedly. Um, but fucking dark secret big twist ending is that Bayonetta's straight.
Yeah.
Like, and
It's like
the
yeah.
fucking writer got offended when people thought otherwise.
Yeah, it's like the thing is like first of all she probably could have like seemed kind of biased to me. But it's yeah, first off the voice actress I thought she was kind of like basically kind of threw a fit in the wrong way of handle things. You know? like if you want to quit voice acting, there's better ways to do it. Just shut the job up.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
think
I
it only
mean,
takes like a weekend to record for games anyway. But anyways, I didn't know about the whole turf part.
oh yeah, she melted down at a trans fan
That's,
when she asked if Bayonetta would say trans rights. Like,
oh lordy.
legitimately. Well, Bayonetta believes in all people's rights, actually. Like, and then fucking melting down about how big of a fan she is and how good she thinks J.K. Rowling's ideas are.
Oh dear fuck.
Which is why they replaced Bayonetta's voice actress with Jennifer Hale, is the fucking
Yeah.
lying about her pay crash out, though. The not the turf thing.
I saw a clip on Instagram like earlier today where some singer was like, just performing on stage, and when she turns around, you see right on her ass, on her back of her pants, says "fuck J.K. Rowling."
Nice.
But so by Bayonetta, it's like, yeah, it was like fucking Luca, like
Yeah,
like
like I've only
genre to make more sense is what they say. Like me, well, it's like almost sort of like the Laura Croft thing. It's like they didn't really give like if Luca and Bayonetta had enough cutscenes together, like enough chemistry. Also, I don't think I really got the vibe with Jean because they literally she gave me more of a sister's vibe. But
see the
still
thing with
fits
the
more.
genre
Yeah,
pairing is
yeah,
like I've only played half the first game, but I have seen a ton of official promotional art
yeah.
which showed her and Jean sleeping in the same bed, Bayonetta trying to wake Jean up when their alarm clock goes off and shit like that.
Well, yeah, because
Like,
I thought they were sisters or stepsisters.
like all of the official art made it look like they were a disaster lesbian couple.
That makes more
And
sense
you
now.
figure
Yeah,
if the lead writer and director is gonna freak the fuck out about it,
yeah,
that someone assumed she was gay,
yeah.
he'd have said something while everyone was freaking out positively and like clamoring up and making this huge fandom about how gay they were.
Oh man, it's like RE5 went accidental racist. I guess he went accidental homophobic. So, like,
No, I think he was very purposefully homophobic. I think shipping her with Luca
yeah,
was a reaction to people thinking she was gay.
right,
Because, like, I've only played half the first game,
yeah.
and literally every interaction she has with Luca's the Weasley white.
Oh yeah, but it's like you see, like,
Yeah,
oh,
like
okay, they're being like a little cutesy, and they're gonna eventually kind of like click later, because that was the trope at the time for sure.
no, like
Like
every interaction she had with him
yeah.
reminded me of fucking all of the girls and beating the ever loving fuck out of Grape Boy every time he'd like grab a boob.
Yeah, yeah, it had some anime vibes. And basically, he's like got that was trying too
Just like,
hard, but was gonna wear her down and get with her. That's the vibe it gave me. It
but
was
see,
very tropey.
Bayonetta being a non-standard protagonist
Yeah,
and them not getting together at the end of the first
yeah.
game led me to believe that she was an aversion of the. But it really feels like the lead writer director went, "Oh, they think she's gay. These fucking gay bows. I'm gonna ship her with the grossest guy I can think of."
Oh man,
Man, I
it's
had
like
to, I had to
folks on
bring
write a
back,
decent plot for one because
I had to bring back a fucking insult from the '70s for that movie. Christ.
uh, how about a new game? One fairly new. Fursuit Suitors. Not only one, a gorgeous black female protagonist, but it's also got like a nice blend of like RPG combat. It's got skateboarding, cooking challenges. It's one of those wacky type of games. Um,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know,
it's really
and it's kind of like a breakup simulator where she like focuses on confronting her exes and dealing with family and like some self discovery stuff. But yeah, it's
great.
a
Focusing on breaking up with her or closure with her exes and shit.
Yeah, it's because like I see she like dated like I can't remember, it was like 5 to 7 people or something. And at least one of them was another female, so it counts. Um,
Oh wait, So is it like if Scott Pilgrim
Yeah.
were a story about people who weren't fucking disasters and awful?
Oh no, dude. No,
And
no, it's basically Black female Scott Pilgrim.
okay. See, I was gonna say
But
that's not a dig. That's not a dig at Scott Pilgrim.
oh,
Um,
it's probably better written though. But here,
yeah, I'm a big fan of Scott Pilgrim, honestly, because like
yeah,
I can read and I realize that everyone in this is intentionally
yeah.
some kind of shitty person.
But here's a copy of it if you want, as well.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Welcome. And you know, with Scott Pilgrim, I always thought that like, oh, they're so gonna break up, you know. Um, and I thought he had much more chemistry of Knives Chow, if you ask me.
I mean, like the point of the Knives Chow relationship with Scott was that she just kind of glommed onto him and he
Yeah.
never said that they were dating, and she's underage.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a big anime trope at the time for sure.
I mean, intentionally the author was making.
Yeah. Scott
Oh,
Pilgrim was very 2011.
I am DMing you a picture of the relationship I mentioned earlier in Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. Also, yeah, I'm just in the game. That's not a custom. That's not a custom.
And let's go a gender a little bit. How about the Knights games? You know, because Knights themselves are very genderless being. Um, very
19,
ambiguous. I'm like, okay, they kind of sound female. They look kind of malish. But you know, and yeah. Regardless, it's a very surreal and dreamlike world.
I
Yeah,
really,
very gender
really
fluid.
want to like. I really, really want to like Nights into Dreams, but I hate to say that Yuji Naka ruins it for me in a way that he could never ruin some.
So again, you're letting backstage affect your opinion on the game. This is
Well, I mean, the game itself has a lot of like actual baggage because
now. But not unfair
it,
too. Like when I say you know artist arguments, it's like I can't bring
yeah,
myself to get into Harry Potter anymore. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, Yuji Naka can't profit from Nights into Dreams anymore. He's in prison.
Oh joy.
Not for any like anti-queer crimes or anything. He committed slander while awaiting trial for insider trading because of Balan Wonder.
Oh
It's
wow.
um, he was being charged in Japan with insider trading and purposefully flopping the game and purposefully directing a bad game to manipulate
Oh.
the publisher's stock to buy low and sell high when it bounced back. Japanese courts are weird, and because he committed another crime while he was awaiting trial, he was found guilty on all charges immediately.
Oh yeah. That was basically a probation period. Yeah. It's like
Yep. Um, so yeah, he's in jail for insider trading and
yeah, because
slandering people for thinking he was insider trading.
yeah, because that affects your character. Like okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
you're likely guilty for this, even if you're not. Let's see here. Then we have a game where like is it pandering or is it legit? You know, like with Overwatch. Yeah.
Overwatch is absolutely pandering because the game itself has no story. It's a
Yeah.
multiplayer shooter where the story only exists to try and get you to blorbo the characters. Generally, I legitimately believe the porn artists who made breakthroughs in 3D model ripping and 3D animation and
Yeah.
jiggle physics to make porn of these characters care about the characters more than the fan base or the developers.
Yeah.
Like, for once, the Chuds were right. Blizzard actually did have like a woke meter in their development for Overwatch characters. where they would like assign
Thank you.
characters points based on like how many woke traits the character had,
Yeah.
and they would only get to debut the character if it had.
And like, yes, more of that, please.
Well, yeah, like more of that, but also in games where it would actually matter, where they actually have to
Yeah.
explore these traits
Oh, to be
instead of.
fair, yeah, like Overwatch does feel like a good testing ground sort of thing.
The thing is, Blizzard was only doing it for the PR to distract from their rampant sex scandals at the time,
Yeah.
which is like explicit as part of the leak. Uh, like they had fucking audio of the designer of the charts saying that, those stupid liberals would care more about this than those scandals.
They're half right. Like personally, I care more about the pride flag than the American flag.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true, but I care more about, employees at a business safely working and existing
yeah.
at that business than
Uh,
I care about how many woke points Symmetra has.
Although we could do a whole podcast just listing the history of Blizzard fuck ups.
Yeah, I mean, we could also do a whole podcast talking about the history of, things they did that influenced other things, regardless of their quality.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember when they did like a freaking they did a non-binary character, and if you said anything bad about them, then you got banned. So
I mean, also saying good game would get you banned from chat. Like, Blizzard's just a trash fire of a company.
right.
Um, if we really want to talk about like a doddering nice old man who built an entire industry
Yeah.
by trying to recreate his D&D campaigns, which is what Blizzard at one point claimed Diablo was a recreation of a D&D campaign.
Nice.
Um, Richard Garriott in Ultima.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Like,
Oh no, no, Richard Gary. I'm sorry, I gonna say the guy from Boulder Skates that studio.
fucking
But
no, Richard Garriott's first games before he even made a Colabeth were banging out games
yeah,
called END on his school computer
yeah.
on fucking paper tape and punch cards.
I say yeah, well, I think his biggest thing is just his bad with money.
Say one more.
It's like his biggest sin is just being bad with money.
His biggest sin in recent memory is almost getting swept up in NFTs.
Yeah.
But doddering old man who literally was at one point forefront of computer technology. Like, the man does not know what an NFT is,
Yeah.
and backed off of them once he found out it was just a receipt.
Oh man. I
Like,
remember when I got those offers, like, hey, you want to promote our NFT games? Yes. Here's Pokemon.com.
if you want to see a guy like punch the shit out of NFT games and talk about how there can't be good crypto games,
Right.
and basically be right on all counts, dude named Jawn, Jawn, on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But God, I had a game in mind I wanted to like not confirmed gay or anything, but all of the characters remind me of Anne Rice characters in one way or another,
Nice.
including one just straight up named Louis. Code Vein
I
is
like
like.
Louis.
Have you played Code Vein? Or
No.
do you mean Vampire Chronicles?
Yeah, the Vampire Chronicles. But
I cannot say how much I hate Lestat and all of the things I want to do to him because I hate him so much. Because he is the saddest, wettest, hottest boy.
I read the first like
Without
three,
getting you
four
completely
books, and then
demonetized.
I finally felt I got tired. But
Now, see, when Anne Rice died, I dusted off all of my Vampire Chronicles books.
Rest in power.
No, rest in piss. The fan base hates her because she hated the fan base.
Oh lordy.
It's one of those things where the author is dead. Now we can actually enjoy it because she's one of those people who would sue a teenager for drawing fan art and posting it on DeviantArt. One of my friends in high school found out she had a heart problem when she had a fucking heart attack in the lunchroom because she got served cease and desist papers by Anne Rice. She lived.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. As far as I know, she's alive and well with it.
Yeah. Oh, but like
yeah,
so it reminds me of like one guy. He's like he just like I hate like he just didn't like cosplayers. I don't think he hate them, but he didn't like because like he appreciate the idea of cosplay. Cause like that's my property, and or that character's meant to be seen in the video game, you know, like on the screen, not you dressed up at them, walking around a convention, and are also making profit, like making money off like photo sets, you know, like the character wasn't meant for you to dress up as them, you know, like it's like, yo, what's it's in the internet, you know, it's out there for good, you know.
See, Anne Rice, spent most of her time when she wasn't writing
yeah,
making fun of the concept of fan art and fan fiction, saying many of these people could have actual talent if they'd make up their own ideas instead of stealing mine. And it's like, damn, these people are making tributes to your work, lady.
yeah,
Like, someone drew this picture of Lestat or Marius or whoever
yeah,
and, like, thanked you personally for allowing him the space to come out as gay.
yeah,
And you served him court papers saying you were going to take him to court for infringing on your copyright and made a public statement about how he was an uncreative piece of shit for not drawing his own character on yours instead. Like,
yeah, but hey, that character's not meant for him to draw. Yeah, it's meant to be seen on a screen, you know. Yeah,
no, not meant to be depicted. He's a
yeah,
book character.
yeah, 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 or just move up
like,
around the book, yeah. So that's how it is, dude, you know. It's just,
I mean, she spent most of her life trying to illegalize fiction.
oh man.
When you know, I don't know what book she wrote, but I know the founder of AO3 is literally a traditionally published author. God damn it, Lola! Did you get into the cat box while I was podcasting? I'll clean her face here in a while. I'm sorry, Tilly. My dog is.
Okay. Let's see here.
It's okay though.
Then we got Starfield, which I thought was actually pretty decent as far as representation goes, because like I made the most wokest character possible, like a tall, buff, pink hair chick. Hell yeah, yeah. And then you had like the biggest backfire ever when someone tried to remove like the gender like the pronouns options, and so it making everyone a they them.
See, I made like a muscle fat dude with shaggy brown hair
Nice.
instead of like your traditionally
So, Dream Daddy
buff
Simulator.
dude. Well, I mean, I made. We'll call him my human Sona. But fucking, like, I made the closest thing to myself when I was a recreational power lifter that I could.
Nice.
And I was surprised it didn't make me play like a conventionally attractive, you know, bodybuilder buff dude.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, show muscle is not as functional muscle.
Right.
Like, that's some of the shit you learn when you're qualified to teach self-defense in HEMA.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think Starfield is a much better game than people give it credit for. And if it hadn't been a $70 game, people wouldn't be treating it like it was one of the biggest financial disasters of all time, despite it selling gangbusters and making its money back tenfold. That's not to say it's the greatest game ever, but like, damn, a Bethesda game I can actually play at launch.
Oh, speaking of
Like,
Bethesda, they technically they did have the first gay marriage in a mainstream game.
oh, which one?
Fallout 2 from 1998.
That was not Bethesda. That was Interplay.
Ah, well, I tried.
Bethesda didn't do Fallout until Fallout 3.
Okay. Oh well. I
Bethesda
mean, but at
bought.
least you could still be gay in their feature
Yeah,
games. So like,
yeah.
they got some fun characters to be gay with. Um,
Honestly, Bethesda games haven't really had relationships
yeah,
until Skyrim.
true.
If we're talking about actual Bethesda games, because
Yeah.
Fallout 3 didn't really have relationships either.
No,
Um,
no, but 4 did for sure.
4 did, but Skyrim came out before it.
E.
And Fallout New Vegas was Obsidian, not Bethesda. They just Bethesda published it.
Right. And how was Oblivion Remaster?
I hear it's Little Mia. He's a very happy dog right now. I don't know why. Um, I'm sorry about the noise. Oblivion Remaster, I hear it's really good.
Yeah.
But hush, puppy, hush, puppy. Okay, okay. I'm sorry about him.
Are the dogs hijacking the podcast?
I mean, you know, little man and my old games anyway. Hush, 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 hush,
Okay.
hush. I'm sorry. Oblivion Remaster is supposed to be really good,
Yeah.
but it is just mostly bug fixed Oblivion with a graphics wrapper over the top,
Mhm.
ported to Unreal. But I will say, like, I thought Starfield was pretty good. Not like exceptional,
No.
but compared to everything else that came out in the AAA sphere that year,
Yeah.
7 out of 10 ain't bad.
Oh yeah. 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 7 out of 10 seems about right. Uh.
And like, I legitimately think the bad reputation it is because people of our political persuasion can't afford a $70 fucking game. I played it on Game Pass.
Right.
And everyone else who bought it stopped at the fucking pronoun current year. I play these games to escape reality. I'm a big bald baby man.
Oh. I know a couple of like ladies that are also like that too. Unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I'm literally heel X babyface is the big bald baby man who had that
Right.
meltdown.
Huh.
Like,
It's like
and the thing is, he had it over one sci-fi tropes in existence. Like, the man has never read a book in his life.
yeah.
If, uh, if a clone that is a different gender from the source DNA
Mm-hmm.
is what set him off like. Fucking, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of that isn't even like a clone thing, it's an alternate dimension thing.
Yeah.
But that episode of Sliders where the pretty boy almost found true love, and then when they left that dimension, everyone was making fun of him because it was the alternate dimension version of himself, and they had sex.
Wow, it's someone I agree with. It's just, oh man. A lot of people say it's like, I mean, if everyone was the same, it would be a very boring place. I'm like, nah. I never had to worry about any disagreements. This is uh,
See,
I get along great with myself. Anyways,
I don't get along great with myself. When I'm alone, I make my dumbest decisions.
oh yeah, but that's a conversation we should have in private another day. Speaking of pretty boys, how about that Bridget? It's just,
That's a pretty girl, actually.
I know, right? I was good, but so for the longest time, at least 20 years, Bridget was always still like, well, I'm still a boy.
Yeah,
Was like the ultimate femboy. Um,
Daisuke Ishiwatari, the writer and director of Guilty Gear,
yeah,
clarified it's because, you know, the publishers would never let him be explicit about her being trans.
exactly. Because, like I said, back in the day, like a couple gaming generations ago, it's people were too scared to do it. You know, like I
Yeah,
brought up Jade Empire last time, how you could still date the same sex, but when it came to the sex scenes, they were censored out because they were too scared to do it at the time. You know, the time wasn't right. Um,
and like, I'm pretty sure the only reason their publisher let them do it this time is because like Street Fighter V
yeah,
was kind of not really considered a front-running fighting game
yeah,
and was kind of replaced in the running by Guilty Gear Strive and a
nice.
fucking licensed fighting game from the same developers,
Which
Dragon Ball the Fighter.
I should be getting the Guilty Gear G Fuel next week.
You gotta let me know how that is. I might actually order
I
into a Guilty
shall.
Gear. Like, I am an insufferable biking man.
But yeah, but funny thing is too, is that I would have been fine them not making Bridget trans officially, just because I just thought it was funny that they seem a little oblivious that they were so damn feminine. You know, like what are you
Yeah,
talking about? I'm a guy.
I,
I thought that was so charming that they're practically oblivious to themselves. Yeah,
I do get that, but
yeah,
at the same time, I want authors to be able to write their truth regardless.
yes. So I guess so
Um,
you could say for me it was a win-win.
yeah.
But
Just see what we need to do is we need a character in Guild that is just like unambiguously the gayest little tart of a femboy ever.
right.
Like, we need someone to design like,
Yeah. It's like,
you know, a paladin style character, maybe the blonde guy, Kai
yeah,
Kisk,
yeah,
one of his subordinates, who's based on like historic Astolfo,
yeah,
but just overtly gay.
yeah. Like Bridget, I act like how you look. uh,
Oh, no, even funnier. We need this guy to call his male opponents daddy.
oh yeah, I never got it. I never got into the series, but Grand Blue Fantasy, I had some damn good queer, LGBT characters. Um, yeah.
Grand Blue Fantasy is that gotcha game, right?
No, no. It might have a
Oh,
gotcha game, but it's because I know it's got like
oh,
an anime or two, and it's got a few fighting games. And but yeah, there's this
oh yeah.
character that's just like long flow
All that,
blonde hair, muscles, thick beard, but they're a girl. Yeah, like
all that is based on a gotcha game that never came out in the West.
okay,
And the reason all the supplementary media and like the full-blown RPG came out in the West is because it's so popular despite never coming out in the West.
yeah, which is very neat.
Like, I did play it for a little while
Yeah,
because for a while Western players could play it
yeah.
over like Google's web play app.
Let's see. Now a game I hear is queer. That I hear is also like a 10 out of 10. I need to get around to one day. Disco Elysium.
I don't know if I'd call it queer, but I would call it excellent.
Yeah,
It's not a happy game.
right.
It's
Hey,
very much,
yeah, here you can just talk about the plot forever.
well, I mean, it is like a game that is just the plot,
Yeah,
but um, it's genuinely like not something I'm comfortable sitting here talking about. It's one of those
yeah,
deeply, genuinely dark games that if the story doesn't hurt you or affect you somehow,
yeah.
then it's not something that you were prepared to play.
Oh, say or you just don't have a soul or something. Uh,
Yeah. Um,
but
it,
so
it's one of those games about good people getting grounded to the by
yeah,
corrupt government apparatus, basically.
right. Today we got a game that just really, or at least the franchise now, just can't make anyone happy. Called The Last of Us. Um, yeah, but yeah, Ellie for at least the longest time was like a lesbian pioneer. But yeah, it's the legacy of two, whether it's in TV show or video game form, it just brings that series down.
See, I tried to like The Last of Us, but I hate it when a game basically looks at the camera and says, "How could you, the player, do this?" when it doesn't give you a choice. Because that is like the entire point of The Last of Us 2,
Right.
is not to comment on the fucked up nature of revenge, how you're
Yeah.
digging your own grave in the process.
Hmm.
It's to look at the player and go, "Wow, you spent money on this, you piece of shit." Like, how could you, the player, make Ellie do this?
Oh,
And
this is just
normally I'd say it was some kind of commentary along the line of Spec Ops The Line, which, that came out to criticize the fact that every other game for like 7 years was an American military shooter.
hmm
But the devs talked about how The Last of Us 2 was a commentary on how players like violence, and didn't go any deeper than that. And like, all the chuds are over here latching on to like, muscular woman,
right.
unrealistic, bad, people who like game, gay. And I'm over here like, nah, this game's bad because it's literally insulting the people who paid for it.
Yeah, it's also the plot is structured really badly. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah. Well, speaking of a muscle girl who's also pansexual, that everyone seems to like, Marissa from Street Fighter Six.
I haven't played Street Fighter 6, but I've seen a lot of Marissa around.
Oh, you'll love Street Fighter Six. For sure. And another series that's kind of come around too, especially with diversity, is like the Mortal Kombat's. Uh,
See, I
yeah.
don't like Mortal Kombat, but I think I will give Street Fighter 6 a try next time it goes on deep sale.
Yep.
Because uh I didn't think I liked traditional fighting games until a cute twink bought me Guilty Gear and told me to. And I'm gonna link him this episode. He knows who he is.
Ah. Okay.
Love you, Doc.
So I have to put it at sync.
Doc thinks he's cute too.
Oh. Oh, let's see here. Oh, well, I was just looking at a second ago. Oh yeah. Oh, then we got a really it's kind of person like depends on who you ask type of character with Poison from the Street Fighter Fight series, where like
Word of God with Capcom
yeah
is that instead of like writing her out because they had to edit her out for
yeah
the English versions, they just said, "Oh yeah, she transitioned between games."
I like that.
Yeah,
So yeah,
they, they, they,
basically
they turned American censorship into, "Nope, she's trans now. You made your bed now. Lie on her."
pretty much it's like it's a guy like she has the D or she's a transitioned which kind of make a little sense when you think about it. But
I mean,
and it all started
I've
from a
seen a
sexist thing too. Like, well, we can't have her punching a girl, and so it's a guy. Wink. Yeah, it's a very plain point guy. Uh,
I've seen a lot of Poison.
yeah,
Artists who draw her, they have specific tastes. So
yeah.
I think Poison will forever be a trans woman.
Also, it's like, how did that fit into those shorts?
Very carefully.
Right?
The queen of tucking.
Yeah. It's funny you say Tucker. I just looked at Tekken. Uh, but yeah, like Leo is a non-binary character. That gets a lot of love. Uh, And so I could probably dig up more queer games, but I think it's time to wrap things up. I got one more game to mention. For some trans pride, yeah, Celeste.
Celeste is a very good precision platformer, and I'm
Yeah,
awful at it. I will never finish it.
yeah. Like I don't even know if I'll. I think I don't even want to play because I that's not my game jam. Like I'm great at 3D platformers, but the 2D ones, especially the ones that are hard on purpose, like so that's why I'm also never gonna play Super Meat Boy. Um,
See,
go on.
I'm going to repeat my shout out at Code Vein
Yeah.
because, like, it's not explicitly gay or anything, but it's basically, you know, anime and rice vampires, Soulsborne with a cyber goth aesthetic. So it's gay by default.
Right. And so that's just a general like story of like relatable, feel good, yeah, yeah, again and again to the really know yourself type of story.
Yeah.
Uh,
The dev basically changed the story to make the main character trans
yeah,
because she realized she was trans mid development.
huh, that's cool.
I haven't spoken to her personally, but I read her story about that through a friend of a friend thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was a nice conversation about just some LGBT games, representation, freaking all the fucktards that we gotta deal with in and around gaming. Yeah. But that's the life of a gay gamer, a gamer. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is, and
Uh, and
I am I am quite the privileged gamer
yeah.
because if someone gets up in my face about it in public, I'm big enough to throw them like a fucking javelin.
Oh yeah.
Because it's always invariably these skinny little shits who think they're alpha males.
Right. I mean, because I'm 5'2". I get just underestimated all my whole life. Yeah. So, oh man.
I mean, if you've got a low center of gravity, football or rugby tackle go for the knees.
I was saying too is and because of that, like if I'm actually in a fight with an actual tough person, then I usually just I'll do my Ric Flair and be the dirtiest player in the game, man. I will throw dirt in your eyes. I will stomp your foot or kick in your kneecap. I'll
I mean,
be a damn dilly dude. It's just
I mean, at elf height, you really don't even have to like get within their arm span,
yeah.
and they won't be able to as effectively stop you from punching them repeatedly in the ribs.
Oh yeah. Like always go for the gut, not the face.
Yeah. Um, Go for the face if you're a big dude and you're trying to intimidate someone into leaving you alone. Go for the ribs if you want to actually hurt someone.
Go for the
And
throat.
or the throat if you're tall enough. And if you're an experienced martial artist and the little shit has no experience, spin him on his heel using the force of his own amateur punch and punch him in the kidneys. Make him piss red. Make him feel it.
Oh, that's good. And I also wanted to shout out real quick, a brand new charity, the Gay Mean Foundation, which
Oh,
it's a new 501 C-free nonprofit with a mission to be a rainbow safety net for the game industry. They're founded by Gaming Magazine, which is like one of my main news sources. And so yeah, hopefully I can maybe get involved with them somehow in the future. But now it's like now I have two charities I really love. Yeah.
nice.
But yeah, because yeah, yeah, it's a shame it's underrated, but yeah, Sage is probably my favorite charity to this day because that's all about old elder LGBT folks. Yeah, because man, I'm sure they go through way worse shit than we have. Growing up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like gotta look out for our elders. Yeah,
Queer elders are,
yeah,
you know,
our rare breed. Yeah,
fucking technically because we lived into our 30s, we count as queer elders.
technically, yeah, and I'm proud to call myself one. Yeah,
I don't know how to handle it.
it's just
One of the trans rights orgs I worked with uh, shouted me out as an elder queer
yeah.
when I was on one of their streams, and I spent points to learn about an elder queer, because they would, you know, if you spent enough points, they would take time to stop the game and talk about any given elder queer. And
That's
like,
fucking
I did
awesome.
that, and they started talking about me and thanking me for my work, and I'm like, "Ah."
Let's see here. But yeah, like probably one of the best sites y'all can just like look up. It's peer-to-peer.live. It was created by the Trans Lifeline, and it's the big ass shout out website to LGBT streamers. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, check them the fuck out. Anyways, and we'll check you out on the Next Up podcast. Maybe we'll get less preachy, but fuck it.
All statements by Bud Bear are Bud Bear's opinions. Kiss boys, fuck you.
Punch Nazis, throat punch bigots, and
See, don't punch Nazis. You might hurt your hands. Choke slam Nazis into the nearest dumpster.
yeah.
And then set the dumpster on fire.
Oh, okay. Let's say no too is that like they're not worth the jail time. This is.
See, if they take the first swing, then
right.
punch the Nazi. Because then they go to jail.
Yeah. We're just trying to be educational. Alright, let's see here. Not sure what our next topic is going to be, but I'll catch you on the next Waifu Tavern Frequency. Bye-bye.
Catch you on the flip side, folks. Deuces.